And here we are, a little paddle along the canal starting from Kings Hill in Swindon. And I've already been up to as far as I can go, and there must be some works being done up there, because just past the bridge there's some tape with some buoys, floating buoys across the canal to stop people from navigating any further at the moment. I know they're building some houses up there, so that could possibly be the reason. But it's a beautiful, sunny, very cold day. It's September the 25th or 6th. It's around about 2 in the afternoon. It's absolutely gorgeous. Lovely and sunny. Lots of little boats at the bottom of people's gardens already. I can remember back in the late 70s, early 80s, I was a part of a small group of people that used to come down and volunteer on this section, digging out sections, putting in bollards underneath the bridges and concrete and things in like that. That was all good fun. Very helpfully, the Swindon Borough Council, who used to work for them, used to allow us to use the odd dumper truck or digger or something to come up and help out as well, so that worked out well. So Perry Barrett, if you ever watch this, saying hi. You remember those days? Oh, the sun is lovely. I struggled to find somewhere to park, but there are one or two places. I'm not going to tell you where, because then you'll take my space. I hope this is coming out. I've just stuck the camera in my pocket because I don't have a GoPro. But I've got a rail blaze attachment that I'm going to fit right here on this kayak. I've got them on the canoe, front and back, but I've only got one on the back of this kayak. So I suppose you'll be looking over the top of my head, looking forward. Whereas if it's on the front, then you don't have to look at the back of my head. So I'll put that on when I get home. Take 10 minutes. Isn't this gorgeous? This is my Dagger kayak, Dagger Axis, 10.5, 10.5 foot. Lovely little kayak, ever so stable. Not very tippy at all. In fact, some of those guys in those very narrow racing kayaks will probably say you can play a game of five-a-side on this without tipping it over. And most of those guys are skinny, no weight to them at all. If I sat in one of those, it'd sink, I think. Although I'm pleased to say that 6 weeks ago I weighed 16.7 stone, 16 stone 7 pounds. And I weighed myself today after being on a little bit of a diet, and I'm 14.12. So another couple of months, there'll be nothing left of me. I might be able to sit in one of those little skinny kayaks. Well, Dee Dee, if you're watching this, this is what you're missing. I know you wanted to do some gardening instead, but this is beautiful. We could bring the canoe next time, will you? And you can get your oar wet. Although I must say, our last trip out on the canoe was in Windermere, Lake Windermere, and I took lots of pictures of us. He was at the front and I was at the back, and in every single picture, about 52 pictures, and not one of those pictures was a drop of water to be seen on Dee's paddle. Not once. I'm not saying anything at all about that. I have noticed sometimes when we go out on the tandem, on the push bike, that after going up a very long steep hill, I struggle to breathe and struggle to talk. But Dee can carry on the conversation quite happily. And I'm sure she doesn't pedal in the back, you know. I'm sure she's got her feet up. Probably reading a magazine of some description or something. Or taking in the scenery. Or thinking, that idiot on the front, look at him, paddling away. Or pedalling away on the bike. Pedaling. What a twit. Now we come up to the bridge. I can remember back in the 70s, we used to play along this old railway track. I think this was Cricklade to Marlborough, I think. Went up through Old Town. There was a railway station up in Old Town. But this had the sleepers and a rail track still done. And over the years they've taken away the sleepers and the railway tracks and put asphalt down and turned it into a walkway and cycle track. As you can see, somebody going past in there. Hiya. Oh, here we go, underneath the bridge. I do hope you can see this. It's not shooting up in the air or something. Right, this is almost as far as we're ready to go. I came up earlier on, as I said, and there's these bollards across the buoys across the water, and further down there's some tape across the water. So I'm assuming it's because of the building works. Oh, it looks as if it's just about as far as we can go. So I'll turn round. Hopefully you won't have the sun in your eyes. There we go. Yep. There we go. Under the bridge. Looking to see if I can find a glove. And push the phone forward a bit, just in case you're looking up in the sky. I don't know. Let's give it a try. It's a bit blowy today, so I've got the skeg down on the boat. How's that? Is that any better? I hope so. Of course I can't see anything, because I can't see the back of the phone. Yeah. There we go. So as I said before, this is just a short section from the bottom of Kings Hill Road in Swindon. It just goes up a few hundred yards to the bridge. I was hoping to be able to go all the way up to Wicklow and past what's the name of the shop up there? There's a big shop up there. Waitrose, that's right. But I'm going to have to wait until they finish building those houses and then give it a try. Back in the sunshine. Some lucky people these are, with their gardens backing down onto the water. Well, the wind's against me now, making it a little bit harder, but we're getting there. I'll just go around the corner to the end, and then I'll switch off and give you a good day. It is beautiful out here, it really is, and I can't wait to do the next section. There's another little piece along the Wilts and Berks road by the Sally Footies Inn. You turn off opposite there. That takes you down to another section of this canal, not joined yet to this one, and that's only a few hundred yards long. So next time I might do that little section, and then opposite the road again, not joined, but there's only a small bridge between the two. Maybe I'll do that one. That takes you from that section up to Wilts and Berks. It'd be lovely when they join them all together. I'm wearing my new, well, it's only September as I said, but I'm wearing my new Christmas present that Dee bought me, much to her surprise and amazement and astonishment. My new buoyancy aid. It's made by Pond, and it's the Kayaking, and so comfortable. It's not impeding my paddling at all, which is good. And I'll be able to use it in this kayak. I'll be able to use it in a canoe, and hopefully in one of the boats when I take it down fishing. Wind's dropped. Just a little bit of speed now. Hope you're still switched on. I can't see anything on the phone at the moment because it's in the top of my pocket. So if you're still there, bless you. We're nearly at the end. I can see down at the very end there's a silver football, and then it finishes. Just past that little boat there. Hiya. I've got my waterways licence strapped around my neck on a lanyard, but nobody's asked to see it yet, so I love this kayak. It's a really nice kayak. Like I said, it's so stable. I say that now and I'll fall in mine. But it is very stable. I've only been kayaking for a couple of years. Been canoeing for a lot longer, but kayaking. There's a friend in church called Jez, and he was a member of, well, still is I believe, a member of Swindon Canoe and Kayaking Club, and I said that I was thinking about a kayak, and he said that for me this might be the best model, and I think he was right. Bless you, Jez, that was a really good shout on your part. Here we come. I expect you can see, if you are still on, you'll be able to see the football at the bottom. That's the end of the canal. And I'll turn round and I'll go up and find somewhere to pull out, and then I'll be down my allotment to water the greenhouse, pick up the remaining tomatoes and peppers, which I waited for ages this year to ripen. There we go. They just don't seem to want to ripen. There we go. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Hope it was enjoyable for you as well. Hope you were able to see the water all the way instead of the sky. And I'm going to switch the phone off now, the camera, and I'll catch up with you again either when we're allowed to go up past Waitrose or when I go up to the other section of canal opposite Cyprus's Inn, and either do that section up to Wilts and Berks or that section back, the very new one that they've just finished. Okay, here we go. I can do this without falling in. Bye for now.